Salam ladies, my name is Beenish Mahmood and I'm from the Moms.Ca platform. Now Moms.Ca is basically a community portal in which women from all over Canada come together to discuss ideas and information. Iram Zara is our founder and I write blogs for Muslim moms. Today with me I have Sana Farid. Sana, how are you?
Assalamu alaikum, Beenish. How are you? Thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you, Sana. I'll give a brief description about Sana. So Sana is basically the founder of Empower Access. She's a conflict transformation consultant and an athlete performance advisor. Sana holds a degree in peace studies from the University of Notre Dame. Sana and her team conduct life skill workshop for the youth, which basically raises awareness for bullying, cyberbullying, and social media challenges that are there for parents and students. And Sana also is an author of a book called People Are Like Cupcakes, which promotes tolerance and diversities. So Sana, I'd like to ask a few questions about your organization and the work that you do. So can you tell us who you are and what is Empower Access?
Sure. So it's Empower Aces. We are an athlete performance optimization platform and a youth development platform. What that essentially means is that we help athletes and youth achieve their true potential with a focus on what we call positive constructive change. We work in a three-pronged area. And so the first one is we work with professional athletes and junior athletes. We help them become emotionally stronger, mentally tougher, to help them with their performance and help them achieve their full potential. We also help empower youth. And so these are youth who are not, who don't necessarily play active sports, but youth who have diverse interests. We help them handle stress. And this can be in their sports, this can be college stress, this can be high school stress. So we help them handle stress and develop the abilities to be able to perform again to their full potential. And then lastly, we want to empower and protect the youth. So we have our cyberbullying workshops, we have our anti-bullying workshops. We run these for parents and kids to raise awareness about the social media challenges that our children are facing. And so on that basis is we offer workshops for our youth, and then for our professional athletes, we do one-on-one sessions.
Okay, so to sum up it, basically you help the youth, go through stress in various areas of their life. Am I correct?
We help them handle the stress in their various
Handle the stress, okay.
Because even if you take right now with COVID and everything else, there's a lot of stress that our kids are under, that the youth are under. So we help them handle and provide them the skills that they need to be able to thrive in any environment.
Okay, so Sana, how did you come up with the idea of establishing Empower Aces? Obviously, you are the founder, so I believe that the basic idea came from you, right? So how did you come up with the idea?
So I have, my background has been in youth development. I have over 20 years of experience working with youth. It's been in the sphere of violence prevention, anti-bullying, youth education, anti-bullying.
Wonderful.
So that is where my background came in handy. But the experience, frankly, I think with most entrepreneurs, they will say that it's usually through your own life experiences where something happens, where it leads you to that path. And in my case, it was my own 3-year-old. He was, we were in the parks of New York and New Jersey. He was in kindergarten in Oakville, and then even grade 1, grade 2, where he faced bullying.
Okay.
And then as a parent of competitive athletes, I was able to see how much stress these athletes would go under when they were competing. And this stress did not necessarily have anything to do with the parents saying, you have to win, you have to win. This is the stress that the athlete puts on themselves because they want to perform.
Okay, yeah.
And so I started teaching them the conflict transformation skills. And I'll go later on in detail what conflict transformation is.
Exactly,
That for you.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
started teaching them conflict transformation skills. And this was a case where initially, many years ago, this was thought that these were skills that could only be taught to adults. But
Okay.
what we have found is that the faster, the younger we are able to approach the kids, the youth,
Mm-hmm.
then we're able to help them develop these skills now, which will help them later on when they're adults. It will help them hopefully face, less heartache when they're older.
Yeah, that's nice. That's wonderful. Good, very good to hear. So when exactly was the organization found? What year did you?
So Empower Aces was launched in 2017, so we're fairly new, but the experiences of myself and the other founders on board, more than 20 years. So
Oh, okay. And like the age group that you target are mainly the children and the youth. Is that correct?
So that's where we started, and we started with that and professional. So we started mainly with youth athletes and
Mm-hmm.
professional athletes,
Okay.
because what we also found was it's easy for us to test our methodology in
Mm-hmm.
a sporting environment where there's a lot of stress. And
Okay.
the response we have
Perfect.
received has been very, very positive.
Mm-hmm.
And we've expanded to youth as well.
Okay.
And when we've expanded there, we've also come back. A lot of responses that we've received from adults has been, why were we not taught this before?
Oh, that's
Why
wonderful.
did we
Yeah.
not have access to this? So
Mm-hmm.
what we do is we do introductory workshops for very young kids so that their
Yeah.
parents can at least start introducing them.
So that is starting from the age of like what year of age can
The earliest we start, the youngest athletes that we have worked with have been 8 years of age.
8 years. So from 8 years of
We
age
work with
onwards,
8 years all the way up.
all the way.
Yes, exactly.
So
And then
what is
we
the biggest age group that you have? What is the biggest age group that you have at Empower ACEs at the moment?
So I would say our age groups are broken up into different groups again, because we have professional athletes also. So
Okay.
those we work with on an individual one-on-one basis, because we have to, customize to what their needs are.
Okay.
And then we work with youth in the 13 to 16 ages, and then in the 8 to 14, 8 to 12. I would say
Okay.
our biggest group has usually been in the 10 to 14 age, because that's when they're picking up the skills really fast and they're able to understand it better also.
Okay, so is there like an assessment that the children or the youth have to go through to join your Empower ACEs? Do they before registration? How do they go about the registration with the program?
Sure. So with our professional athletes, we do run our assessments, because again, it's very
Yeah.
customized to their needs.
Uh-huh.
With the youth, it is a development platform. So it's
Uh-huh.
about teaching them the skills. So
Uh-huh.
we do continue to do assessments to make sure that they are progressing.
Okay,
But these are skills that frankly every child should have,
that is right. That's correct.
right? So, and on the basis, the assessments then are done more to see how far they.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Sorry, I think I got
Yeah.
cut off.
Yeah.
I'm still okay there? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
so that's there. And then you can follow us on our social media. It's Empower Aces on Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And then it's Empower Aces Live for Facebook.
Okay.
And then
Perfect.
we keep providing information about our upcoming workshops. Our pre-registration forms are there also.
Okay. Perfect.
And then
So
I think, yeah.
and
And
so
I think the first step, frankly, is we have a pre-registration form where the parents can identify what their area of interest is. Like, are they looking for workshops for, for their high school kids with the really high, stressful environment? Are they
mm-hmm.
looking for workshops for their junior athlete? So
Okay.
when they come back to us with that, then we're able to guide them better.
Okay, perfect. So, Sana, a few more questions. So, what are your goals as
Sure.
an organization within the next 5 years?
So as far as our professional athletes go, we've been very lucky. We have some of them training for, the Olympics right now. We are global. We have
Mhm.
athletes in North America, in Europe, in
Wonderful.
Central
Yeah.
Asia, South Asia. So, we've been very lucky there.
Okay.
We want to now expand this offering to our youth, and we want to hope and see that we can make this impact with our youth as well. And I think that would be our 5-year goal.
Okay, yeah, that's good to hear. So what exactly are your locations across Ontario?
So right now, again, we used to offer our services out of Halton and Toronto, but now
Mm-hmm.
with COVID,
Yeah,
our youth workshops are now all virtual.
all
We
virtual.
have, yeah,
And
we
with
have always,
okay, go ahead, yeah.
sorry, we have always been a virtual platform, especially, working with professional athletes. They have to travel all over the world with, because of their tournaments. So we've always had a virtual presence, but now we've also taken our youth programs online as well. So they're virtual too.
So you basically you have athletes and youth from all over the world. The target is anyone from any corner of the world can join in
Definitely,
with Empower.
definitely.
And so, and that's really good to hear. What makes you most proud of Empower Aces?
I think when people come back, and this is our athletes have come back and said, you know what you're teaching us, it just doesn't help us in our sports. It
Mm-hmm.
also helps us in our lives. And this is essential, and that this has been life changing. I
Okay.
had a teacher out of Houston that I'd recently worked with. She came back and said that I use these skills with my high school students and help reduce their stress. So knowing that the work that we're doing is able to impact people in a positive way, it allows them to have a better quality of life in that
Okay.
sense, especially under the current circumstances. I think that's definitely what makes us super, super
That,
happy.
yeah,
And
that makes it, that's the goal of any organization, I believe, to have the best impact, on what you're trying to achieve. So how big is the organization exactly, Sana?
so we're very, very lucky that we have an awesome team of research practitioners. We have
Okay.
people from MIT, Columbia, UVA. I myself am from Notre Dame. So we've been
Okay.
very, very lucky to have a really good team of scholar practitioners who are able to provide these services.
Okay, so again, I would like to go through the registration process. So, like you said on the website, on your website, people basically have to fill out a form and then they go through an assessment. And exactly what are the costs associated? Could you, brief a little bit about
Sure.
that?
Sure. So with the registration process, I would say the fastest way for people who are interested
Mm-hmm.
is you can follow us on our social media. Like I
Sure.
mentioned, it's Empower Aces, and you can just DM us. Our team is very responsive and somebody will reach out to you immediately.
Mm-hmm.
We do have a pre-registration sign-up form on our site and also available on our social media links
Okay.
where you can fill that out with your area of interest, and then
Okay.
one of our team members will be,
In
again,
touch. In
will be
touch.
in touch
Yeah.
with the dates and the details.
Okay.
As far as the pricing goes, we do want to try and keep it affordable because we think this is something which is
Yeah.
necessary and useful. So
Mm-hmm.
our workshop pricing usually ranges between 30 to 40 per workshop.
Okay,
Um,
that's pretty
at the
good.
same time, if you do a larger chunk where you say, we want to sign up for 10, or like if you want to sign up for a package, we do have additional discounts available for that. I
Okay.
mean, we do believe we want to make sure that, we keep it affordable for our youth for sure.
Okay, perfect. And would you like to describe the term conflict transformation that we started off with before I ask you another question?
Sure, sure. So conflict transformation basically is the art of viewing conflict
Mm-hmm.
as a natural part of life. So a lot of people may have heard the term conflict resolution, conflict management. With conflict transformation, what we do is we view it as that conflict is a natural part of life. Conflict is an opportunity for change, and it's how we view the conflict and how we handle it is what's going to make the impact. So as a conflict transformation specialist, we view situations through different lenses. We identify the problem and then come up with a solution that not only solves it in the short term, but helps transform the problem for us and gives us a more viable solution for the long term. So it essentially lands up being a mindset.
Okay, perfect. That's so good to hear. So Sana, is there anything you wish people knew more about Empower ACEs?
I think we're just, first of all, thank you so much for this opportunity.
It's a
Um,
pleasure,
we,
yeah.
Thank you. And we just want to get the word out. We want parents to know that, we
Mm-hmm.
have these skills workshops available for our parents
Okay.
and for our youth. And that Empower ACEs, I think we do take pride that in the fact that we provide a skills building workshop. We help children develop their mindset. And our aim basically is to help youth, children, and adults achieve their full potential. And what we've learned through life experiences is that there are many things which are obvious
Mm-hmm.
and that happen and which can impact people's lives from getting to where they could have gotten. And with Empower
Perfect.
ACEs, we want to provide the skills that will help people
Mm-hmm.
achieve their dreams and get to be the best that they can be.
Perfect. Is there any message that you would like to give on behalf of Empower ACEs before we finish it all?
Sure. It's again, we have our social media feeds. We're there on
Yes.
Instagram. We try and post regularly there, so you can get if you have any information, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to our team.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to help you. We're here to assist you. If you are able to provide us with more information about, what maybe some of the challenges that your children or your youth may be facing, then I think we can help guide you better.
Okay.
And also that as far as conflict transformation and Empower ACEs go, we want to help provide our youth with the tools so that as they grow older, things that may turn into bigger problems, we can be the precursor to that, where we have proactively provided them with the tools to help them.
That's perfect. Sana, we wish Empower ACEs all the best in the future from Muslim moms. And thanks a lot for coming in and answering so many questions about the organization. It was
Thank you so
wonderful.
much, Beenish, and thank you so much, Muslim Moms, for having me.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you. Bye.
Okay.